I'm Padma Priya at Department of IT. Today I'm going to present about SQL. So SQL means it's a database language designed for retrieval and management of data in a relational database. That means SQL means structured query language. So SQL is the standard language for database management, and it's like MySQL, MS Access, Oracle, Sideways, Postgres, and SQL Server use this SQL to standard their database language. So why we have to use SQL? These are the reasons we have to use SQL. It helps the user to access the data in our DBMS system. That means Relational Database Management System. And also it helps you to describe the data. It allows you to define the data in their database and it manipulates the specific data. With the help of SQL, you can create and drop databases and tables for your database. And SQL offers you to use the functions in a database, or it will useful to create a view, and it is also for a stored procedure. So using SQL, you can do this all the functions and all. And you can set the permissions on the tables, procedures, and views so that you can use your database in a secure manner. Only with your permission, anyone can access your tables, procedures, and views. Okay, for this purpose, we are using SQL in DBMS systems. So brief history of SQL. Here are the important landmarks for the history of SQL. In 1970, Dr. Edgar F. Tedcott described a relational model for database. And 1974, a structured query language appeared. In 1978, IBM released a product called System R. And in 1986, IBM developed the prototype of relational database, which is standardized by ANSI. And in 1989, the first ever version launched of SQL. In 1999, SQL 3 launched with features like triggers, object orientation, etc. SQL 2003, it developed for Windows function and XML related features. That means HTML language related features. And then SQL 2006 launched for the support for XML query language. And in SQL 2011, it launched for the support for temporal database. Here are the important landmarks for the history of SQL. These are the history of SQL, how it developed. And it's a type of SQL. Here are the 5 types of SQL we have. One is the data definition language, that means DDL, data definition language. And next one is data manipulation language, DML, and data control language, DCL, and transaction control language, TCL, and data query language, DQL. So these are the types of SQL. Using these types, we can manipulate our data in a database. For example, DDL, data definition language. Using this data definition language, you can create a table and insert your values, update your values, and delete the values. These and all you can do in a DDL. Okay, and data control means you can give the grant permission and revoke permission for your database. And DML is a data manipulation language. That means in a table, you can insert, update, or delete the commands or data from your table, from your database. And TCL is nothing but transaction control language. That means it is used to commit, rollback, and save point. Current now, that means today's version, it's not needed, because in SQL query itself, SQL software itself, this comments and all defined. So whenever you run the query, it commit, and whenever you don't want it, you can roll back, and save point also it will be there. And DQL is nothing but data query language. That means you can use the select command for that. Using this command, you can manipulate your data in a databases. Insert, update, delete, grant, revoke, rollback, commit, and save point, select. These are all the commands, SQL commands, which will be used in your types of SQLs. Thank you.